The most engaging, impactful, informative, and entertaining talk show ever. Get ready to hear the voices of many local, state, and national artists, musicians, comedians, pastors, athletes, and politicians. It's time for South Florida Live with Jeffrey Brown. The most engaging, impactful, informative, and entertaining talk show ever. Get ready to hear the voices of many local, state, and national artists, musicians, comedians, pastors, athletes, and politicians. It's time for South Florida Live with Jeffrey Brown.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to the South Florida Live Podcast. Listen, I am your host, Jeffrey Brown, and as we always say, this is the day that the Lord has made. We shall be glad in it. Listen, come on in. Welcome everybody in tonight. Once again, tonight is the singles edition. Come on in. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation on tonight. It should be real good. Should be real interesting. There's some things that we want to put out there to make you go, So hopefully you guys join us. Good evening, Ms. Ambrose. God bless you. Peace and blessings to you. Come on in. Facebook, join us on tonight. We're gonna have a real good conversation tonight. Tonight, if you join us tonight, we want you to participate in this because there are some questions that we're going to ask on tonight that we all can probably pay attention, can play a part in and have a comment or your opinion about it. So come on, join us tonight. Thank you for come on in, please like, share, and make a comment. Let me know that you're there. Those that are viewing by YouTube, please like and share and let us know you're there by making a comment saying good evening to us. Thank you so much. Also, if it's your first time viewing us by YouTube, please click that bell, click the little notification bell. And first, you need to hit subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Once you hit that subscribe button, then click on that little notification bell. When that opens up, click all. That way you get notified every time we go live. If you don't mind doing that for me, thank you. Thank you so much. So come on in. Let's do this. Come on in tonight. Come on in. Join me tonight. It's going to be a good conversation on tonight. And I'm going to need the audience. I'm going to need the viewers. I'm going to need your help. Ms. Rosetta, thank you for joining us. Peace and blessings to you. On tonight. Hey, if you will, those that are viewing by Facebook, go ahead and tag at least 10 people. Let them know the South Florida Live Podcast is on. And tonight is the singles edition. And we're still talking about dating God's way. So we're going to throw some things out there at you on tonight. Okay, do that for me. Those that are viewing by YouTube, thank you for viewing by YouTube. Come on in, join us if you will. Thank you so much. Appreciate you for joining us. All right, we're going to give you about 20 seconds and we're going to get started because we already got a late start and there's some stuff that we want to reach, we want to cover. All right, if you will, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Come on in. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us tonight. Appreciate you guys coming in. Thank you for joining us on tonight. I appreciate it. Come on in. If you will, come on in. If you will, come on in. If you will. About 10 seconds, guys. 10 seconds. We're going to get started. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Come on in. Hey, listen, I hope everybody experienced peace and blessings on today. Everyone had a great day. Everyone had a productive day. My day was a little challenging, a little busy, but I got through it. I survived it. So I'm pressing tonight, y'all. I'm pressing tonight. Pray for your boy. I'm pressing tonight. All right. So come on, join us on tonight. 5 seconds. All right, all right, all right. Once again, thanks everyone for joining us on tonight. Thank you for joining us. Yes, 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 yes. Hope everyone had a beautiful day, productive day, and everybody's doing well. I often say if you left the house today and you made it to your destination and you made it back home, that's a blessing. That means you're a survivor. God watched over you and cared for you all day long. Just give him praise. Just give him glory. Hey, Miss Ewan, God bless you. Peace and blessings to you. Thank you for joining us on tonight. Hey, come on in, guys. Let's do this. Let's do this. I have a few announcements that I want to throw at you. Okay, through a few announcements, and we're going to get started. We're going to get right on into it. We're going to get right on in it. Hey, listen, this Saturday, you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss this event on this Saturday. Listen, y'all, I know there's a lot going on, but this right here is going to be powerful. This one here is going to be fun. You're going to have a good time. It's Boots, Fans, and Dance. Boots, Fans, and Dance. And the Dr. John A. McKinney Christian Academy is sponsoring this. This is May 17th, this Saturday from 5 to 8, 5 to 8, just 5 p.m. to 8. Come join us. It's going to have a lot of food, DJ fun, and raffles, prizes, and line dance for all ages, all ages. They're going to have even the instructors over there. So those that like me, that haven't learned that routine, boots on the ground routine, that dance step, they're gonna have instructors out there for you on that night. Okay. So this is sponsored by um Commissioner I think Baskin and WMBM, and also the John A. McKinney Christian Academy. Hey, so you don't want to miss it. Be a part of that on this weekend. Okay. Thank you so very much. Also, Saturday night, the Dr. John Meschef and Divine Voices of Praise presents the gathering. The gathering. There's going to be a host of artists and groups that's going to be there. You do not want to miss this one either. It's Saturday. It starts at doors open at 3. Okay, you got Nisi Elise, Praise and Worship, Isaac Brown and Gang, Sir Jerry Saddler, and Sound of Pentecost, Jay Williams, and Total Praise. You got the professor in the house, Professor English and Music and Arts Fellowship, Miami. You got Danielle Davis and Revolution. And you got the one and only Dr. Corey Edwards and the Florida Fellowship and Super Choir, and you got Gamil, I think, Team and Community Sound. So, hey guys, if you don't have anything to do, matter of fact, you can go to this. You it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. All right. So you got the gathering this weekend. Also, you got the Boots Fans and Dance this weekend. $25 for the Boots fan and dance. Okay. So you got that. And so coming up on May 31st, the people meet up. Let your voice be heard. Hosted by Senator Chevron Jones. It'll be May 31st, May 31st at 11 a.m. Antioch Missionary Baptist Church in Miami Gardens. And Congresswoman, the one and only Jasmine Crockett will be there. And also civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump will be there in the house. So you don't want to miss that. Be a part of that, okay? All right. All right, listen. Let's get this party started, right? Let's get this party started quickly. So come on in. Oh, I forgot one more. There you go. My man, my brother, Chris Everett, the owner of the Christian Eve Collection, the owner of Christian Eve Collection, is with us. Join us. Check him out. Check him out. 786-307-4925. 786-307-4925. All right. Check him out. He can make bracelets, the bracelets that I wear, the bead bracelets, charms, necklaces, rings, all that. He'll do it all. Just let him know what you want and he'll make it happen for you. Okay. That's the Christian Eve Collection. All right, y'all. Listen, let's do this. Let's get started. We got some stuff to talk about. All right, but I need everybody. I need you guys. Need you to tag some people. Everybody that's viewing right now, tag somebody. Tag somebody. Facebook, YouTube, let somebody know that we're on. And it's getting ready to get, oh Lord, it's getting ready to get hot. It's about to get hot. Really it is. All right. So we're gonna get in because we gotta go. We gotta go. No long night tonight. So hopefully my crew ain't gonna be so talkative tonight. Chantel, good evening to you. How you doing, my sister?
Sorry, I was on mute. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm pressing, but I'm here. Pressing, but one of them days.
That's all right.
I'm all good. Yeah. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. My brother's here, the Christian comedian himself, Rob Minor. Hey, man.
What's up? Man, I was doing good till I seen that cowboy stuff you got on. Come on, man.
But okay. Listen, they're announcing they're announcing the schedule tonight. So I thought I would just.
And you see what happened. They playing the Philadelphia Eagles, my team, the first game of the season. That's not really good for divisional teams to play the first game of the season.
We're gonna watch it together. How about that?
I like that.
If you in town, we're gonna watch it together.
Okay. Now what I don't like is that's gonna be a national televised game. That's gonna be big.
And we got the Chiefs for Thanksgiving.
And y'all got the Commanders for Christmas. How do y'all get?
Aren't we blessed like that?
How do the Cowboys first game of the season?
That's what happened when you're the American team.
Okay. Well, everything happened but winning.
I think I feel I feel that in my spirit. I feel a turnaround in my spirit.
That's gas.
It's about to turn around for the good of those. Love the Lord. Have mercy.
That's gas.
Don't be hating because y'all got y'all little championship last year. Don't be hating.
Let me tell you something. First of all, that's 2 out of 4 years we got championships. Second of all, you can only hate on something that's good. Nobody hate on average or bad. You never hear nobody go, man.
But you know what? But you say that's true. That's so true. But for some reason, y'all keep us in y'all mouth.
No, we don't. Y'all divisional
yes,
y'all
team. Do. Y'all always somebody always want to say something about the Cowboys.
God's way. We date God's way. We date God's way.
First of all, you got to keep a team in your mouth that you play every year twice. Y'all divisional team.
Y'all always want to talk about us though, but
and y'all already talk about us. That's the same thing. Y'all divisional team.
We don't say much about y'all.
Listen,
all right.
Y'all just coming up.
The single cowboy, the single eagle. What's going on?
I can tell you one thing. We are relevant now. So
listen. We were gonna watch that first game together.
Oh, we're gonna win. We're gonna watch that game. Who won the Super Bowl this year?
Let me see. What's the wager? We're gonna talk about a wager later. We'll talk about a wager later. We're not betting, y'all. We're not betting. We're just waiting.
Oh no. I understand what you're saying, but the Eagles won a Super Bowl this year, right?
Okay, so now let's start. We want to. We getting started now. We want to get no, and I was rooting for him. I was straight up rooting for him. I was right there.
Well, Cowboy fans are used to rooting for other teams because 90% of their fans.
I'm trying to say something that's nice and about that being unreal. Now, see, you still want to throw knives. You still want to throw jabs.
But no, that's what y'all do. Y'all. Cowboy fans, 90% of them are rooting for the Cowboys that don't.
How many championships y'all got? How many y'all got?
Two.
You
And
six.
and we
2 and
had
6. 2
and
and
we
6.
had them
2 and
six.
6. That's a
And
big
we-
difference. That's a big level right
But
there.
you're gonna have to Google the last time y'all won. You're
But
gonna
hey,
have to
but
research.
6 and 2, 6 and 2 is
You're
6
gonna
and
have to
2. That's
research.
all that matters. 6 and
What is
2,
that
all that
song?
matters.
What is that song Janet Jackson came out
Our
with?
sports segment brought to you by
What's that?
by
What's that hit song Janet Jackson came out with? What have you done for me lately?
Listen, all right.
Okay,
So
let's get to it.
we're at part 2 of Dating God's Way. Hey,
Oh,
listen, y'all. Hey, we had a good time last night. Oh, I want to straighten this out. I need to straighten something out real quick before we get started. I want to clear this up. I never said anywhere that we were talking about if it's a real deal breaker for guys when they meet a young lady or whoever and she can't cook or she says she don't know how to
No,
cook.
we never said that.
I never said that's a deal breaker.
No, just
I never said that's a deal breaker.
No.
Because for me, it's all good because I know how to cook and I don't mind cooking.
Same here.
But what I didn't want to happen is that I don't want sisters to think that's because that's one person fairy tale story. That's not everybody.
Yeah, because I know
Right.
some women that's married
That's not
today that
everybody.
don't cook.
So don't expect, don't, because my sister, she was like, I told them from day one, and that's the thing. It was from day one. It was said day one, and the understanding was day one. If you got that day one and it's clear, got a good understanding, hey, it is what it is. But I didn't want somebody misunderstood me. I wasn't saying that's a deal breaker, not at all. Because it's not.
Right.
It's not.
You were very careful the way you word things. Very good.
So I had to clear that up because I never said that it was a deal breaker.
Who asked you that couldn't cook?
Listen, here we go. Rob, Chantel, you know what? I'm gonna let that go. We often hear, people always throw out there, we do this, this fad thing. We, when we hear stuff, we ride with it. And we hear a lot of times people are always saying, what's your love language? What's your love language? My love language is XYZ, da. But have we ever just, we're talking, this is us talking, doing it God's way. So my question is, how does your love language fit into a Christ-centered dating perspective? And can it be helpful when dating God's way? I know we talk about it. We throw that out. We got sisters, y'all really good at more so than men about that love language thing. But how is that Christ-centered when we're talking our love language? And if it is, and is it helpful?
Go ahead, Rob.
No, go ahead, Chantel. That's a good question, Elder. Go ahead, Chantel. Ladies first any other time.
No, go ahead. Take it away.
You're gonna wear that lady hat today. Go ahead, wear it well. Wear it.
I don't know. I don't know. Can you repeat the question again?
The question was, how do your love language fit into a Christ-centered dating perspective, and can it be helpful when dating God's way? Because it is said, knowing your love language can be very helpful when dating God's way, but it's not the ultimate foundation.
Right.
Because it says spiritually, alignment and character matter most. So how did that fit in when we're talking Christian dating God's way?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to pass.
I'm gonna say something, Chantel.
Go ahead.
I like what you're doing because that's not an easy question, and you didn't just give a quick answer.
Give something, right?
You didn't just give something, so I appreciate that because I'm kind of struggling with that question too, because here we go again with that word love and love language. There's just certain things as Christians, certain mentalities, certain dialogues, certain slangs and stuff like that we're going to have to drop as Christians. We're just going to have to drop them, because the more we start using certain terminologies and stuff like that, the more we start sounding more secular, and the more it doesn't seem like there's a difference between Christian dating and worldly dating, and there is. I think that the first thing that we need to start doing with Christian dating is the same thing the church itself has drifted in, and we need to stop doing. And that is, we need to stop structuring things, questions, and lifestyles around the way the world does things, because there's a complete difference. So for somebody to ask me my love language, I wouldn't even know how to answer that, because I can't tell you how to love me. I can't tell you how to fall for me. I can't tell you. That's almost as if an elder, I know you can relate to this. I remember back in the day where we used to play video games all the time, when video games really started getting really popular. And some guys would pay extra money for the video card to the game to get the cheat codes to find out how to win in Mortal Kombat and stuff like that. Well, guess what? In regular dating, there's good cheat codes, because what you're trying to get to in regular dating is legal, and you're able to do that. But in Christian dating, there is no cheat code. God is the only cheat code. The only thing you can do as a Christian to try to get to that level faster is to present yourself stronger and stronger with your faith in the Lord. And if both of you guys do that and keep God structured and keep him the guideline that runs your relationship, that is your love line. That is your love language.
Now it is said, this is some of the, I'm just throwing out some of the love languages that some people use. The words of affirmation, it says quality time. Some people say my love language is quality time, gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. That's some of the, and somebody probably, and you probably got others. So that's the area of that. So that's supposed to give insight into how you and your partner naturally give and receive love. This helps prevent miscommunication and unmet expectation.
Yeah, but you also got to remember that gifts and touch are all things you have to be careful in Christian dating. I keep telling y'all.
But that's why I'm asking this question.
I keep telling y'all.
That's why I'm asking this question.
With gifts come, and this also should be a Christian dating for grown people. So when I answer this, let's be realistic when I say this. You're supposed to be, as Christians, watching the very gifts that you give someone. You're supposed to be watching how you touch someone. So how can we ask these questions when technically they're borderline violations in Christian dating? I hate to say it. I hate the rules, but it is. I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna be the first Christian to tell you this. I hate the rules. I hate the rules. When I gonna say I hate the rules, my flesh hate the rules. My flesh hate Christian rules. It hate Christian dating. It hates it because my flesh was one that was born of it, of sin. So the things that I've done in the secular world, I enjoy because of my flesh. So it's tough. It's tough.
Right. So we ain't left you yet, Chantel. You ain't done. You So when I said about it, help prevent miscommunication and unmet expectation. For example, if one person values quality time, but the other thinks showing love means giving gift, they might both feel unappreciative, even though both are trying. So, in other words, one is just about quality time. We just hang out, but the other one is that they're into giving gifts. And you said something, Rob, that about because I wrote this down. It said I wrote down God's way of loving is sacrificial. First 1 Corinthians 13 says, knowing your partner, it says, knowing your partner's love language gives you specific practical ways to love them sacrificially.
You read that from the Bible?
This is a different verse. This is that.
Oh, God, it can't be King James. It can't be King James.
No, it's not.
That sounds like some New Living, New Translation.
This is New Living.
Yeah, I knew it. Didn't I just say that? I knew it.
Even when it's not your default way of expressing love, it becomes.
Don't even sound like what God to say.
How you want to love, and more about how they best receive it.
Because
I guess my question is, and those that's viewing, I know we talk about that love language stuff, but is that something that we should, when we're talking about dating God way, and we're talking about as Christians, should we bring that? I heard you say it, Rob. Should we bring that into our form of dating, our form of communication?
Yeah, I don't think so. Listen, quality time is not a love language. Quality time is common sense.
But
somebody don't want to be around you.
I totally understand that, Rob. But you know, like I said at the beginning, we get caught up in these new ways. Like you said, socially, because there's nowhere in the church that talk about love language.
None.
Nowhere in the Bible, nowhere in Bible study, nowhere in Sunday school is talking about love language, but it's the social. Socially, that's something that's out there, and we're supposed to bring it within our dating or whatever like that. Now, if you're married,
yes. Now you got to know those things when you're married. Love language.
Are you married? If you're married, or are you in that courtship that you're heading to? Now, this is me talking. If you're heading down and you're on your way, y'all both made it in mind that y'all going to get engaged and y'all gonna marry. Yeah, but that shouldn't be something that kicks straight off as if you're just dating, Chantel.
I mean, I think it should, because at least it kind of introduce you to, what the person is given.
When you're dating, when you first started dating?
Not when you first start dating, when you actually getting serious.
Yeah.
And you make the intention known that, you want to, be exclusive to one another. I think you should. I don't think it should be like the first date or anything, but like as time goes on and, the relationship progresses, yes, I think it should be presented.
Okay. Because it's something that says, Rob, it's something that say understanding love language early in dating can reveal areas where you may naturally align or need to grow. That doesn't mean difference are bad, but they are highlighted where intentionally efforts will be needed.
You know, the tough thing about that, Elder?
Yes, sir.
And Chantel, you know, the tougher thing about that. If you did a poll and you ask women, all women, not who's married, but who was engaged and never got married, that number is, if you think divorce rate is high, if you did a poll for how many women got a ring that never got married, or every time you got a ring you didn't get married, the numbers are blinding. So when we say stuff like, when we talking serious and we talking marriage, then we can start bending and breaking the rules. That shouldn't be. I'm not saying that we don't, but that shouldn't be, because sometimes that's part of the game to act like you're at a certain level or to a certain level so that you can get to those spots.
Part of the game?
Part of the game, baby. You know that. Like, let's keep it real. And these, a lot of these Christian guys are gaming just like the guys that are secular. So that's why I said we got to be careful with the structure of our terminology and our rules.
Is gaming one-sided?
No, not anymore. Not anymore. It was a large disparity between women and men for years, but the gap now is so small between who gained more. It is unbelievable. It is unbelievable, because now women have the same power and privileges as men have. See, women couldn't do all the things men did before because they didn't have no power. They had no car. They had no money. They had their own place. They have none of that. So they have no power. But the more you empower a woman, like I told you before, the two key words in empowerment is power and men. The more you empower a woman with empowerment, the more she start acting like a man. It's because she get the power and men. So the numbers have gotten smaller because women have gotten on the same level as men now with the same power. That's why they play, because that was dangerous. They wanted that empowerment. They knew what came with it.
Now, is gaming one-sided now?
No, not now, because they have the power. It's on both sides.
Hold on, what? Whoa! I done woke up Chantel.
But what is the purpose of gaming?
Oh, it's not a purpose, but that's the flesh. That's Satan. It's real. That's real. It's real.
You just got some that can't help themselves.
Yes. It's real.
You got some that just can't help themselves. That's just something that to me, I think it's something that they came up under. They saw others do it and they got attached to it. And really don't even understand why they're doing it and what they're doing. But it's just
you're right.
I've seen this one do it and him do it. So hey, I'm gonna do it too.
Listen, we're gonna be careful with this. You know that most men, and I ain't saying all, most men ultimate goal is intimacy. You know, okay.
Most.
I said most. I'm being very careful. But we also know that most women goal is security and providing. So women, So women will gain to get provided more, just like men will gain to get intimacy more. So it doesn't make a difference what your angle or what your reasoning for doing it is done all the time. All ministers gain, pastors gain.
Yeah, you're right.
Politicians gain.
You're right.
And this is how it is.
Because you can have a married couple at the altar, and in that guy mind, he's already in that honeymoon he's at the honeymoon in the hotel. That sister,
she's in the house with the car.
She's still trying to, not only that, she's still trying to look and see certain stuff ain't right like she wanted it, and how the reception's gonna be,
and how I'm gonna change this when I get in.
What things gonna be like once we, the house and whatnot. And he already at the
in the bed
at the honeymoon suite. Yeah,
it's real.
It's different mindsets. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You would say something, Shane?
Okay. No, I just said wow. Never looked
at
it.
Hey, listen, I got a lot, so we gonna move. So I just wanted to throw that out there because we often hear about that love language stuff, and I just wanted to see how it fits in with the Christ-centered church God way. If it's a connection, can we use it? Can we not use it? If you can, be careful with it, safe with it, whatever you do it. But I do say this. But love language is not a replacement for spiritual maturity.
No.
So however it is, we can ride on it, but it does not replace that spiritual maturity.
No, not at all.
Yeah, not at all. Hey, listen. Okay, we moving because my crew can talk. They can talk a lot. They can talk.
Hey, so we didn't get on the line to 15, 16, 17 after. He talking about we could talk. We're supposed to be on 7 o'clock. We don't get a chance to talk to 18 after. He talking about we could talk.
I'm gonna leave that right because we're waiting on you. I'm gonna leave that right on the door. At the door. We was waiting on you. Rob. We were waiting on you.
No, I know when to come in.
Chantel, let me ask you this question. I'm throwing this at you, Shan. Got a good man. It's a good guy, whatever. How should a woman talk to a man or a good man? How should she do it? Is there a certain way? Because I know a lot of times we've been told as men that we need to learn women. We need to learn woman. We need to learn to talk to the woman. We need to talk like the woman. Is it also a need for a woman to understand man?
Yes, of course, definitely. And I feel like a woman should talk to a man with the utmost respect and willing to not only talk to him but listen to him.
Okay. Now I'm gonna play something. I'm gonna play something, and Rob, I want your opinion, but Chantel, after I play it, I want your opinion first. I want to hear what you have to say first. All right? Make sure I do this right.
President of
If a woman knows how to talk to a man, she'll have his ear forever, especially if she works on mastering these 3 things. Master your tone. It's not always what you say, but how you say it. Now, speak the truth, but always in love. Remember, your words can bring life or a knife. Master your timing. Timing is everything. When I'm home all day with the children, I don't start complaining as soon as my husband walks in the house. Give him a moment. Rub his shoulders. Welcome your king home. Let your home be a place that he runs to after a long day. A place of bliss and not a battlefield. Master your tenderness. The Bible says that a soft, thoughtful, and gentle answer turns away wrath, but it also builds trust. Tenderness doesn't mean weakness. It's your greatest strength in creating connection. Refine your responses and you'll change not just how he hears you, but also how safe he feels with you. That's the type of Proverbs 31 woman whose husband's heart safely trusts in her. I don't know about you, but I want to be that.
All right, Chantel.
Yeah, I agree with every point that she made. I mean, it's basically you just creating a safe space for that man. And I think a lot of men need that because whatever they're dealing with internally or outside in the world, they don't want to come home and, whatever. They want to be able to, be comfortable and be able to express themselves and, just be able to just be them. And I feel like, as a woman in our femininity, we should be able to create an atmosphere to where they feel comfortable and safe.
Okay. All right. That was cute.
Rob.
The
words out my mouth.
Rob.
First of all, that was a Hallmark card, and that was really nice. And I think everything that she said could work.
But
the problem is most men don't even deserve that. I'm just going to put it out there. You can only do so much what you're working with. So to come and say that, most men would take advantage of that. In this world now, most men would take advantage of that because we have to work on ourselves more because we gotten to the point where we don't know how to appreciate things the way we should. And I believe what she said was right.
Yeah, but hold on.
That's right.
That's why I used a good man.
Yeah, that approach is right. What she said, and for a good man, that was work. But I'll tell you one thing right now, and this is for all men out there. If you get a woman like that, you better cherish her. You better cherish her like God said, because that is an ultimate way to be able to handle a man who deserves that. But our problem is most men that get that are bad men, and good men don't get that. I'm just being real. Most idiots, violent, most idiots who don't even deserve that get that. Most men who put out the right energy and aura that deserves that don't get that. We get taken advantage of.
And what I was hearing in it, that I mean, I know as y'all nature, you can correct, y'all ladies can correct me if you want to. That's viewing whatever. It's the woman just having a nature to be a nurturer, and what she was saying, it wasn't nurturing. It was more supporting,
supporting. Yeah,
it was more supporting, And a lot of times that's sometimes a good brother and some brothers looks for, they just need support. Just support from that sister. And
I take that though. I take all that though.
Huh?
I would take all that.
Oh, support.
I know how to treat that. I know how to treat that.
Support is what it is. So if you get someone that's supported, that's supporting you, not nagging you from the day, just not nurturing you, because nurturing ladies can get you in trouble. Being a nurturer, just catering to, doing stuff that somebody that they can do for themselves.
But isn't that part of being a good person?
No, I'm not saying support it, but there, like you said, Rob, there's some bad jokers. And there's some things that some can do, but they know they can do it, but they know you're gonna do it because you try to nurture them. And I've heard stories. I've heard stories from quite a few people that they have relationship and they were trying. They were creating business for the individual.
And most women
and trying to help the individual, and the individual really ain't want no help. He wasn't trying to get no help, but he didn't want help. But they were that nurturing spirit saying, "I got my man, and I'm gonna help my man through it."
Without him trying to do anything on his own, without him trying to do it on his own, like he's just trying on her to do it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we know it's sad about that also. Like, let's say you had a man that did everything right. He did everything he was supposed to. He did everything right. He provided the whole 9 yards. 2 things that happened. A, she would be bored. 3 things. A, she'd be bored. B, she would still constantly be looking for something wrong. Constantly be looking for something wrong. And 3, she would be spoiled. And spoiled is a direct definition of unappreciation.
I think that goes both ways for men too.
Yeah, but we've been talking about, we happen to be talking about the women right now, so that's why we haven't talked about I know that, but I know that. I'm just saying, but we happen to be talking about the women right now. We catch enough bad when it's our turn. We don't need to share it.
Yeah, but that's on both ends. That's on both ends. But it all narrowed down to communication and trust, and honesty. Honesty, just being honest.
That trust is bigger than anything.
But now to be able to talk to a good man, even though, because here it is, the word, the boss, and we gonna sometimes we get caught up, and it's okay. I'm gonna go into the next one. It's gonna set, because a lot of times we bring home, sisters, what we have, what we're doing at in that workplace, we bring it home and we don't know how to turn it off sometimes.
Yeah, you should pray when you get to the door.
And trust me, I'm one that don't. And some people, I hear some women say, "Oh, you just can't handle a strong woman." I don't think it's the point of handling a strong woman. I think it's the point that you don't know how to shut that strong woman off once you get home.
Yeah, everybody should pray when they get
with that guy, because I've seen it in action, where here we are in the middle of the restaurant. They're in the middle of the restaurant trying to figure out who's going to sit facing the door. And when you come home, you're giving orders that, like you gave orders
at the job.
At your job.
Yep.
Yeah, that just falls back to what she said about it's a time and place for everything. And just like you said, when you get home, that's a whole nother, that's not your job. That's not your workplace. That's home. That should be where, it's loving and comforting, not all that extra stuff that's going on outside.
So now, from that part I just mentioned about how sisters are doing, some sisters are, I'm not saying all, are some women ready to be led? Are some sisters ready to be led?
Some are.
I'm gonna hit this clip, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
An uncomfortable truth is all women are not ready to be led. I don't care how much you love her. I don't care how fine she is, how thick she is, how long y'all been together, how much you care about her, how much you want to lead her. If she not ready to be led, you ain't gonna lead. If you offer guidance to her and she thinks it's control, she not ready to be led. If she rejects your feedback, even though it's constructive criticism, she's not ready to be led. If she thinks compromising for something is losing, she's not ready to be led. If she ignores direction, guess what? She's not ready to be led. If she's not willing to change or evolve. An uncomfortable truth is all women are not ready.
All right. Chantel?
Mm-hmm. No, I say yes. Not all, but some are ready to be led. You have
not all, but there's some. I know some that's waiting for it, waiting to be led.
Yeah.
But there are some that, and we were just talking about it just a few seconds ago.
Yeah.
And I blame that on society, because
society. Why society? Why?
Because society in the last 5 to 15 years, especially the last 5 to 10 years, has pegged women versus men, especially in the Black community. We run this house. Who run this? The ladies run this. Is black girls rock this, that. They have put such a wedge between, society has put such a wedge between women and men, where, it's pathetic. I can't even watch, you cut on WNBA, okay? Now you want to watch the women play basketball. They gotta mention, oh, we want to be just as good as the guys. We want to do it because it ain't a competition. Y'all got y'all wanted your own league, so you got your own league. Keep men name out your mouth, because this competition stuff is drawing a wedge between men and women. And it's like that. Now, some women don't want to be led because they feel like, oh, you the boss to me? You the boss to me? Listen, you can say you do the dishes, and they say, oh, you can't do the dishes? You say, well, that's a woman's job. And they say, well, that's modern day. That's slave time. But if you say, take out the trash, she go, I take out the trash. That's a man's job. So wait a minute. So we got to do half y'all stuff now because y'all ain't got to do it no more. But we still got to do all the stuff that a man is supposed to do. So it's this competition. It's this men versus women. And that's what's destroying the relationship. It's like, you shouldn't be in a relationship and you shouldn't be looking to find nothing wrong. You shouldn't be looking by nature, researching, whatever, to find something wrong. Because if you're doing that, you don't trust the person. And if you don't trust the person, Satan will lead you to find stuff, even if it ain't wrong.
No.
Even if it ain't wrong. Listen, if you go into my cell phone right now, you see something, you see a name. Oh, I told you, I knew you was cheating. Now, listen, that could be my mama, my aunt, a business partner, show, anything. And you say, well, God led me to that. No, that's not God leading you. God don't tell you to deceive. God don't tell you to deceive. God don't tell you to be sneaky. God don't tell you that. He will never tell you that. That's not God. This is God. Every day you drive to the same Dunkin' Donuts every day. It's on your way to work. One day you say, you know what? I want Krispy Kremes. You go the total different way. When you get there, you see your man in Krispy Kremes with another woman. That's God. That's God led you to something, to find something. That's God. You going and sneaking is never going to be God. As a matter of fact, that's satanic. That's Satan. You being led by the devil, taking your emotions, your deception, your unbelief, your lack of trust, whatever, and he said, let you take it to another level. So that's our problem.
Yeah, I mean that yeah, but once again, I feel this a foundation. Once again, it has to be the foundation. It has to be how you start it, how you kick it off, how you have communication. That's why we say communication is such a must, such a dot. But if you know if you can tell the characteristics in most women and men.
Amen.
And men. You can tell if you got a one of those dominant men that's going to be a dictator, whatever, from day one. You can tell, and if you can tell that you have one of those sisters that's just going to be one of those sisters that's going to be tough and I ain't doing this. You can't. It's women is running. We came up, and listen, women are doing their thing. I am not knocking that. I love it. It's fine with me. I can get along with it. I'm good with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying, when it comes to the balance of it, sometimes some sisters don't know how to balance it. You can be a boss. I hate using that word, but you can be a boss. You can be that woman, that main thing. But when you're in the presence of that man, I believe that now that's where the submissive thing come in, and where you allow him to be that man. Now, that's if you got that type of man.
Yeah.
I don't think men comfort and provide their women enough nowadays either.
I can go with that.
I think men, I see cats not opening the door for their women. I see people on dates and they look like they mad at each other. You don't make them smile. You don't laugh or nothing. Man. You got to cherish.
I was in the store the other day. With some people. I was in the store the other day, and I was standing by the doors, and it's just being a pet peeve. And I wanted to say something to this guy so bad, but I say, ooh, be quiet. And I was standing at the door, and some ladies were actually going out the door, and the guy and his son was coming in the door. Watch this, because we talk about a generation talking about teaching, and they were coming in the door. Mm-hmm. The ladies held they let the ladies hold the door for them, and they walked
straight in. I see it, man. It's crazy.
Straight in, and the lady, and I'm sitting there like,
what y'all doing?
Are you kidding me right now? You didn't even think to grab the door, hold the door for the ladies while they walked out?
Never crossed their mind.
And I mean, and he looked like no big deal, and his son followed right behind him. And I said to myself, now he just talked that young man that you don't have to open the door for a young lady.
They don't pump the gas, nothing.
And I'm sitting there, I'm like, and I was getting ready to say, and I was just shaking my head, and I was hoping he saw me shake my head. And I'm shaking my head, hoping he'd say something to me. I'm like, please say something to me.
He wouldn't go until he knew you was right.
Have a teaching moment right here in this store. Yep. Please. Because I'm like, are you kidding me? But that's what today men are teaching today young men.
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't get mad with sisters when they say, sometimes they can't find, a good dude and he this and that, because sometimes it's how you've been taught. Mm-hmm. I wish my son would not open a door for a young lady or somebody. I wish he would, and at least in my presence.
Yep.
He's 31. I'm gonna punch him dead in his chest.
Yep. Yeah, my son 30. He better open it.
When I saw that, I'm like, wow, are you kidding me right now? He just walked through.
You couldn't have taken
the ladies opened. They were going out the door, and they opened the door, and instead of him grabbing the door, letting the ladies come through, they opened the door. He just walked right in the door.
I try to tell people that when it comes down to Christianity, you have to understand that God, if he tests us, right? Because even the book of James says it's necessary for us to be tested. So if we're constantly tested, some people don't know when there's extra credit to be gotten. Mm-hmm. Some stuff you don't have to do. Yeah. But when it comes down to fruits of the spirit and how God wants you to treat women, that's extra credit. No. Why wouldn't you want to get extra credit? See, I already know. People ask me all the time, why are you so extra nice? Why you speak to everybody? Why you treat everybody nice? I'm going to tell you why. Because if we're getting graded, right? If we're getting graded on a scale, if God is grading us, because if He's texting us He's grading us. You agree with that? He's testing us. He's grading us. I already know that it takes a certain amount of points to pass. Now, sometimes you ain't good in English, but you're great in math, or whatever the case may be. I know that there are areas in my life that I need improvement as a Christian. I flat out. We all have areas.
Yeah. Oh, we all do.
In my life.
Yeah.
So that might be like a D- or a C in those minor areas. So the things that I do have control of, I gotta get A's in so I can bring that grade up. And
Right.
it's something simple as holding the door for somebody. Ain't no way I'm gonna let that extra credit go. Get those points. I'm gonna get those points. I'm gonna get those points.
That burned. Oh my God, that did something to me that day.
That's an easy day.
I was shaking my head when he was walking in the door. I was just shaking my head. Please say something to me. Like, why you shaking your head?
The son gonna get a C because he don't know. The father gonna get an F because he didn't tell him.
Please ask me why I'm shaking my head. Please ask me. Please ask me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go in on you, bro.
Can I ask this? What can I ask this? What if he was never exposed to that type of behavior and he just doesn't know?
Was he in America?
Yeah, but all men don't do it consistently to see that that's something that should be done.
But it's something
or maybe he does know and chooses not to do it.
That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about.
I'm just saying,
everybody knows.
Somebody, come on now.
Watch TV. Listen,
it's just a trait. A man and a woman.
Television.
It's
and not
being
see a man open the door for a woman. You can't see a commercial and not see a man open the door for a woman. That's something everybody know. If you don't choose to do it, that's you. But everybody know it. Trust me.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, Greg, and that's what I saw that day. I saw an older guy with that, not with a good mindset, teaching a younger kid it's okay.
Wow.
And it's bad enough this generation now is totally disrespectful and don't care about nothing. And here it is, you got a man in your life. It's a man. I know he was a father and son situation.
Like you said,
my thing is, regardless, taught or not, it's a woman. You're supposed to care for a woman. You wouldn't. I bet you if the mama walked through it, he would have opened that door for his mama.
Yes, he would have. Yes, he would have.
So yeah. I can't swallow it that he did. He wasn't taught whatever. I understand that because there are some things that my dad was the greatest man in this world. Great father. But there were some things that my dad did not show me or tell me or teach me that I had to learn for myself and just realize, hey, that's just how you're supposed to treat a woman. So anyway, I saw my dad treat my mom like, I often tell people that my mom couldn't marry nobody else but my dad.
Yeah.
That's just how he had
my dad was different.
My boys that are age 6 hold the door for a lady. Yeah. I mean, but here it is. But you're a woman. You're a woman, Ms. Ewing, teaching your boys. I mean, that's good. That's good.
But it's different. No, it's different than a woman teaching you, because when a woman teach a boy to do that, that's a boy could take it as you want me to do that because you a woman. See, a man got to do it for a boy for him to see the significance of it. Like when
this is what men do.
Like when you hear women tell it, I taught my son to be respectful for women. I taught my woman to do it for women. I love it. That's good, but that's not as insightful as it comes from a man. Because of course, as a woman, you will want your son to treat other women right because you want to be treated right. Yeah. But a man got to teach his son responsibility.
Right. And I commend Ms. Ewing for that. I commend her.
Yes,
I know the situation. I commend her for that. But that, y'all, I'm moving on because that boy that got me that day. Oh, that got me that day.
I know some.
All right, listen, Rob,
woman.
Listen, Rob, Chantel, we really can't dabble because y'all done talk so much until it's 3 after 8. But listen, I'm gonna hit this one, Rob. I'm gonna hit this one. This was in my spirit. I got this because we always hear it, and I wanna I want to see how it works on the other side. So men, are you ready to be submissive? Because I'm asking this question. Should a man be submissive to a woman in the same way she's supposed to be to that man? Hold on. I got Bible, Ephesians 5:24. You know what it says. Wives should submit to their husband, just as the church, which is in Christ's body, submit to Christ's authority and love. Mm-hmm. Is that just for the women? Is that for the men also? So brothers that's watching, Greg that's watching.
What's up, Greg?
Roosevelt that's watching. Rob that's watching. Ladies, if y'all want to get into it too, should a man be submissive to a woman in the same way?
Go ahead, Chantel.
He said Rob.
At you, Rob.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, and this is a complete easy question. There are some submittance a man should have to a woman, but not like a woman's supposed to have to a man. That's why he told us to cherish women. We're supposed to cherish them. Our job is to cherish them and love them like Christ loved the church. And get this, most of the time, if you're in line with God and you cherish them like that, they will submit to you. But a lot of guys get mad because women don't submit to them because they ain't in order. They don't cherish the woman and they ain't in line with Christ. So if you ain't in line, it ain't going to work. But you're not supposed to submit to them the same kind of way they submit to us. No, we're not.
Shan?
Yeah, I agree with Rob. I think it's different. It's different on each end because it's, with the man, it's like, he's the head of the household. He has the vision and all that. But as far as the man submitted to the woman, like Rob said, you should, create that safe space for her. Cherish her, love her, die to yourself, not physically, but just as, Christ died for the church.
Yeah, so, because mature. Once again, we're talking about mature relationship, mature people. Because mature submission doesn't mean weakness or domination.
It's actually strength.
It means both partners prioritize each other's needs. Other words, the need of mature submission in a relationship, whether between a man and a woman or any other dynamic, is rooted in mature respect, trust, and love. If you are asking whether a man should be submissive to a woman in the same way she might be to him, the answer depends on the kind of relationship they want to build.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, do you want to build a Christly relationship? Relationship?
No, it got to be. I mean, that's Christly right there.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
That's God's way.
Christly relationship, or you want another, and get this only, and they tell you all the time in the Bible, only what's done through Christ will last.
Yep.
Yeah. Rob, Greg said it depends. Men and women have their roles. In the Bible, absolutely, the woman is the rib of the man. Yeah, we see that. We understand that. But even that, brother, that
should make you submit more.
Right.
That should make you
but once again, we're talking about mature submissive.
Right. It's a difference. Big difference. And I think in relationships, we run into problems when one party wants to hold the other party total accountable for their part, but they're not doing their part. That's when we run into a problem. When somebody wants somebody to totally submit, but they don't cherish them. Or you want somebody to cherish them, but they don't submit. See, it's a two-way street. And here's the deal. I try to tell my buddy this when he's going through his issues. You got to do your job, then wait on God. You got to do your job even when the other person is not doing their job. Suck it up. Suck it up. Don't get mad. Suck it up.
I'm glad I'm glad you went there. I'm glad you went there.
Because Christ is not predicated on tit for tat. She didn't do it, so you ain't got to do it. Or he didn't do it, so you ain't got to do it. It's all about do your job and wait on God. Because if you're not doing your job, there ain't even no sense of waiting on God. You already know what your answer going to be. You don't get help. Your help is not going to come from the Lord if you ain't going to look to the Lord.
You waiting on yourself.
No. Do your job.
So now I'm glad you brought that up, and we're gonna close with this. And I don't know if Greg with this or not. I wrote some things down, y'all. A man being submissive might look like this is what it might look like. Actively listening and valuing her perspective, willingly supporting her leadership in areas where she excels, letting go of ego and control in decision making when appropriate. Practicing humility and emotional openness.
That's good.
That's what it's saying, that when you're talking about a man being submissive in that area.
That's good. I buy that. That's good.
Because
you gotta know when to drop that ego, man. You gotta know when to drop.
Because if submissive is if one-sided, it can lead to imbalance and resentment. Yeah. Traditional roles that demand only a woman submit to a man can ignore individual strength and undermine equality.
Yeah, that's why it says a woman should totally submit. A man should submit, but a woman should totally submit. A man should cherish. That's not on a woman. You know that a man cannot, by law, by Christ, a woman can go outside the marriage and talk about her husband, but a husband cannot talk about the wife. It tells you in the Bible that you cannot say anything bad about your wife outside that household, but it never said your wife cannot say nothing bad about you. There's just totally different rules for a man and a woman.
Right. What if you... Ms. Walker, we're not playing with you tonight, okay? Ms. Katrina Walker, we are not playing with you tonight.
Ask her, did she cook?
No, this is another. She ain't cooking. What if you're an alpha female? See that we gonna leave that for next week. Y'all tripping.
Say that for the sorority.
There ain't no alpha female. Be an alpha female with your other female friend. How about that?
God is alpha. God is alpha.
Okay. All right. But I just got here. Oh, and you late. Nobody wait for you. We ain't going overtime for you. We already went overtime because my crew, they talk a lot. We don't Hey, listen, y'all. Hope somebody got something out of this. We got more. I didn't even get close to most of the stuff that I want to talk, but I needed to get to that submission part about the men. Because we always talk about the woman being submissive, whatever. I've thought about it. I'm like, should we be submissive also?
We got to act the part. We got to act the part. Not total, but we got to act the part in it.
Yeah, we got to act the part too. It's both sided. It's not a one-sided thing. Mm-hmm. It's not one-sided.
The only reason why the woman has a total submittance is because we're the head. That's the only reason why.
That's it. That's it. Because that's what it says.
In Genesis. Genesis. Because of what you've done, the man will always be ahead of you. That's so it's your curse that y'all put on yourself.
And the verse emphasizes that principle of order and submission within marriage, where wives are encouraged to respect and defer to their husband leadership. Mm-hmm. Iron the church submission to Christ. So it has to be both sided. It can't be one-sided. So, brothers, yes, we need to also be submissive to our wives, to our friends, to our relationship, to our partner, whoever it might be.
But you also have to put in there the difference between total submission and submission, because when you say it like that, then women will run with that and say, see, it's the same. It's not the same.
No, it's not the same.
You have to watch how you word that.
Different criteria. Mm-hmm.
It's not the same. It's a totally different thing. We'll probably hit some more of that next week. So there we are. Miss Walker, go to bed. You too late. You really the head though. Yeah, you got some men that are the head, but we got some.
Ooh, I almost said something.
That you missed the part where it say is a woman ready to be led. You missed that part, Ms. Walker,
Yeah.
but we're gonna get you next week.
Yeah.
Because you got some sisters that ain't ready to be led. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining us. Hey, crew,
All right,
appreciate
Doc.
y'all, man. Hey, y'all know I love
you guys.
y'all.
I'll
That's
talk
the
to you
action
next
word.
week.
And
All
I
right.
appreciate
Y'all too.
everything y'all do. All right.
All
Have a
right.
good night.
Hey, y'all, listen, you've been locked into the South Florida Live Podcast. I'm your host, Jeffrey Brown, and that was the crew, Chantel and Rob Minor, with us on tonight, as they always do. Such a great job to illuminate the questions and bring light to what we are discussing and try and find answers for us on tonight. Hey, I hope someone enjoyed tonight. Hope you had a great time. You got some answers and some things that we talked about on tonight. Hey, listen, do me a favor, share this podcast with somebody. Let them know that we come on every Monday, every Wednesday, and every second and fourth Thursday. Listen, there's something coming down, y'all, soon. Working on it. We're working on it. We're working on a poetry night, a night of poetry, and a night of jazz. Okay, night of poetry, night of jazz. I think it's gonna be cool. Working with some people to work that out, some things. So hey, keep looking for it. It's coming soon. But I appreciate everybody that's on tonight. I appreciate y'all joining us. Listen, continue to lift us up, continue to support this podcast. We appreciate it. Those that's viewing us by Facebook, you got those stars that you can click on. Hit them stars. Give us some stars, y'all. Give us some stars. That helps us out. Like I told you, there's some things we're trying to do at the end of the year. We're trying to go all digital and change this studio, this little room in here. We're going to change it where we can do some live things, some live guests coming in. All right. So once again, $ Power of Glory 777, $ Power of Glory 777, Zelle Jeffrey Brown 2094 at gmail.com. Jeffrey Brown, JFFERY Brown at 2094 at gmail.com. Okay. Hey, listen, I love y'all. That's an action word. Nothing you can do about it. All right. Until later, I'll pray for you. You pray for me. Hey, y'all, let's watch God change things. God.
Email your idea for show topics to the South Florida Live Show at gmail.com. Thank you for tuning in to South Florida Live with your host, Jeffrey Brown.